So welcome to the end of 2046 season. My name is Paul, also known as the Northman. I'm back recording. I've been sick for a few days, so if I sound like I'm struggling in this video, you know why. I'm still on the recovery. So we're going to start with the youth intake, which happened obviously in September of 2046, and it was trash. A below average 1.5 star youth intake. Our best player was Anders Christensen, who never has a chance of making it into our first team. Very disappointed, to be honest with you. Just a pathetic youth intake. 5'2" as well, so yeah, 1 jumping reach. 1. Fairly sure my kids have a higher jumping reach than 1. So now I have 99 players in the top flight, so that's dropped from 102 last year. Disappointing to be below 100 now, but still well above Inter Milan with 74. So in terms of top league play development, we are still bossing that. Competition wise, we have not won the cup this year. We went out in the quarterfinals to our B team. Yep, we went out in the quarterfinals to our B team, drawing 4-4 and then losing on penalties. Yeah, Rigsetta with a hat-trick. He's doing it again. 25 goals in the league, 5 in the cup, 3 against us. He's still such a top performing player. Our B team did make it to the final before losing to KI. So KI have won the cup after us winning it every year since 2035. We've now lost in 2046, which is very disappointing. Our B team did take KI to extra time. Now, we did go the whole season in the league undefeated, drawing 2 games, scoring 112, conceding 8. Now, if we look at last season, we scored 78, conceded 12. So, offensively, much better this year. Now, I know what you're here for. How have we been doing in the Champions League? Well, we started with a 3-0 defeat to Newcastle. That was then followed up with a 2-0 victory at home over Atlanta, with Mishan on the score sheet from the penalty spot and then Midskogen scoring there in 28th minute. 2-0 victory, first game at home, first win. Coming up against another Italian team, we then beat Juventus 2-0 at home with Sterler and McDowell on the score sheet. Back-to-back victories in the Champions League, 6 points from 9. Wasn't expected when we saw our group. To continue the shock, we then got a 3-1 victory over RB Leipzig. Lidl, Skara, Sterler and Nolse on the score sheet. 9 points from 12. Blown away, shocked, confused. Now, we did come back down to earth there with a 3-1 defeat away from home in England against Bournemouth, but we still won 3 of the first 5 games in a group of fixtures we really did think we would struggle in. And we did follow that up with a defeat against Besiktas 1-0, which does mean we currently sit in 14th place. 1-3, drew 1. No, that's not us. 1-3. Lost 3. So we beat Leipzig, Juventus, Atlanta, and we've lost to Besiktas, Bournemouth and Newcastle, sitting on 9 points, and we have Barcelona and Bayern Munich left to play. So in the next episode, next video, the start of next season, where we recap them 2 games, maybe we can make it into the knockout rounds. We got to finish in top 24 to do that. Now, a bit of sad news to bring to you is that Martinsson has now retired, called time on his career. Really sad. 36 years old, 135 appearances for the national team. He's been with us since 2027, when we paid 5.25k for him. He left to Cardiff for a couple of years, but then did come back. He's been with us for nearly 20 years in this save. Now, Dolner, our young right back wonder kid, made on the substitute bench for the best under-20s. Our young central midfielder won Finnish Future Prospect of the Year. Mishan won Best Danish Player. We have Mark Quadson, we have Kielstrup and Mishan in the Danish Team of the Year. Our former goalkeeper, who's now at AB, Thorup, got second place in the Goalkeeper of the Year in Denmark as well. In terms of in the league, top goal scorer ended with Franklin on 21. Now bear in mind he left us halfway through the season. It shows how dominant he was goal scoring wise in this season just gone. So in terms of players who were still with us, Lethal Sky with 24 goals in 21 starts, 7 sub appearances was top goal scorer. Mishan finished on 22 goals, Midskogen on 15. Also in the double figures was Orlander with 10. And then McDowell with 7, Mustafa with 5, who I do have a lot of hope maybe next season can step up. In terms of assists, Midskogen with 23, Sturl with 13, Mishan with 12, Gongora with 7. Did Mishan have... He didn't get his best assists in the league in history. 2004 he got 11, but in terms of goals he did get the most goals he's ever got and assists put together as well. So really pleased for him there that he did have his best season ever for us. Some of the players are getting older now. When you look, Michael Meng is 28, been with us a long time in this journey. Mishan is 30, Midskogen 31, Lethal Scar is 31. Players are getting on with age. They've been with us a while, or in this universe for the likes of Mishan for quite a while, and it is sad to see that they are getting on in their career. Looking at our B team, for example, in the second tier ended with our B team unbeaten, 24 wins, 3 draws, 0 defeats, 75 points. Rigsetter finished top goal scorer with 25. Gongora, who got given some game time for the B team last season, still developing nicely, only 19 years old, never complains, happy to stick around, has done well for the B team, helping them out this year. And if we do go on to our under-18s as well, they did have a successful season as well, winning 22, drawing 3, losing 2. 69 points. Top goal scorer for the season with 45 goals was Elias Pettersson, who is in and around the first team now. He has gone on loan to EB for the season coming up, so hopefully he can score some goals in the top flight after a very successful season at youth level. 45 goals with second place having 12. Just shows how far ahead he was. Marius Hansen top assist with 16. Also has been in and around the national team, and I think will go up into our first team as a backup rotation option just to get some first team football, I think, because I do have hope he could develop into a very good winger and definitely someone who can be used for domestic fixtures when we have continental games in and around that. So the transfers ins and outs for the seasons then ended with 74 million out, 51 million in. Financially that leaves us with 113 million in the bank. We did end up making profit last season, and this season it's just ticked over next season, so it registers that we've made 2.7 million profit already this season. But it is nice because the season before that I think we were 40 million in the red, and we were down to be failing financial fair play. And yeah, we currently are passing it now. It does project we're going to be losing 2.7 million by the end of it. Currently 50 million in profit for that period. So I don't think it takes into account some things like sponsors. It doesn't take into account anything, I don't think, apart from wage expenditure, which then means it looks and goes, oh, you're going to lose a lot of money. So we can almost ignore that and look ahead positively. Now, the only set transfer coming in at the minute is this Bokka, who I actually agreed to sign when he was 16 years old. So we've been waiting for him to hit that 18 age before he can come. So he's coming on the next transfer window after he's turned 18, which is this January window. He looks a decent winger, to be honest with you. He's developed nicely since the age of 16. I don't think it was money wasted. I say money wasted. He's going to cost us absolutely nothing. But I think it's good business. I do think there's a lot of profit in him long term. But honestly, I think we've had a successful season. We've got a good squad. We've got some experience and some youth now. We've got a couple of wonder kids in there. If we can have a good January and just add a couple of talented players, I would like some experience maybe on the bench in that midfield area. If we can do something like that, I'd be very happy. But that is the end of the 2046 season. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Again, your participation in this series is welcome. I'll see you next time.